People are desperate and willing to do anything to get a headline that detracts from the fact that that man, that her husband, who has been denying is his child for many years, is about to finally get that DNA result that everybody has been so desperately waiting.
No, I would hope it's not money, honestly, because I really don't want anything from you. If it wasn't, just to know my identity. If it wasn't, if you didn't want a relationship with me, that's cool. I can respect that. But we could have been got this over with, and I just feel that my mom, since she's gone now, like she had to fight.
Past that, you can't undo kids. You can't undo like him allegedly courting young girls that were way younger than him underage. Like all of this has to come out, and it's like you just keep trying to stuff it in.
Jay-Z just got smacked with the one thing he's been dodging for decades, a leaked DNA test. Mir, the man who's been claiming for years that Jay is his real father, just dropped what he says is the proof and 50 cents. He's co-signing the chaos, loud and unfiltered. This ain't some brand new street rumor. If you've been tapped in, you already know Mir's story been floating for over a decade. For years, Mir's been calling on Jay-Z to take a paternity test, but instead of stepping up, Jay fired back accusing Mir of harassing him with endless court filings. But now, looks like Mir's turning up the heat. Word in the streets is he got his hands on an indirect DNA test that allegedly points straight to Jay-Z, and 50 is riding shotgun to leak it. And here's why Jay's sweating. If this DNA result goes public, it won't just be a headline. It could revive those years-old allegations about how this all started. Mir's late mother, Wanda, claimed she was just 16 when Jay, already in his 20s, got her pregnant. If even part of that is true, the fallout could get ugly real quick. Before Wanda passed, she never backed down from her story. She swore she met Jay-Z in '92 when he pulled up on her in Philly and took her back to his Brooklyn apartment. Whether the world believes her or not, the alleged receipts are stacking, and the timing couldn't be worse for Jay-Z. She claimed they used protection, but it failed, and that's how she ended up pregnant. That bombshell pushed Mir even harder to get answers, especially after a DNA test revealed that his mother's longtime boyfriend, Robert Graves, the man listed on his birth certificate, wasn't his father. Last year, Mir had Robert's name removed, saying it was never the truth. According to Wanda, she'd only ever been with two men, Robert and Jay-Z. So if Robert wasn't the dad, the math left one name standing, and people can't ignore it. A lot of folks swear Rymir's got Jay-Z's face all over him. Wanda even went as far as filing a civil lawsuit for child support against Jay-Z, but the case got tossed. That's when things turned darker. Wanda swore until her last breath that Jay-Z was Mir's father. And some people believe the stress, legal battles, and frustration she endured because of him might have played a role in her untimely death. Over the years, whispers of corruption, cover-ups, and shady courtroom moves have only made the story hotter. Mir's been clear. He's not chasing Jay-Z's money, he's chasing the truth. He's been vocal about what he calls years of injustice against him and his mother. He even claims court filings were shut down not because of lack of evidence, but because Jay-Z used his reach to make it happen. In Mir's words, the man's got power and control. Mir says Jay-Z's been playing the system like it's his own personal chessboard, using money, influence, and high-powered lawyers to dodge accountability. He claims Jay's legal team straight up sabotaged his case, making sure the courtroom was anything but fair. And now people are asking the question Jay-Z can't seem to shake. If Mir really ain't his son like he says, then why won't he just take the test? What's he hiding? This isn't just about paternity anymore. This is about a pattern. Jay's name has already been dragged into heavy allegations before. Not too long ago, one of Diddy's accusers claimed that both Diddy and Jay-Z were involved with her when she was just 13. That lawsuit eventually got dropped, but here's the twist. The accuser recently came forward saying she never retracted her original claims. According to her, the only reason she walked away from the case was because Jay allegedly sent private investigators to scare her into silence. And here's the shadiest part. The big media outlets you'd expect to be all over this, dead silent. TMZ Shade Room, nothing. Go check their pages yourself. For a story that's been trending for years, the blackout is loud. Same thing happened with the Jane Doe situation. Just last week, a judge tossed Jay-Z's defamation case against attorney Tony Busby, who's representing her. And still, crickets from mainstream news. No headlines, no coverage. Jaguar Wright's been one of the few calling this out with no filter, saying flat out that there's a machine keeping Jay-Z's name clean, no matter how messy the allegations get. And if that's true, then the paternity fight is just the tip of the iceberg. Jaguar Wright's been firing shots at both Jay-Z and the media, calling out TMZ for allegedly helping him cover his tracks and slow down the buzz about Mir's DNA test, the one that supposedly confirms Jay is his father. And she didn't stop there. Jaguar flat out accused Jay-Z of denying Mir because he got his mom, Wanda, pregnant when she was still underage. She's also claimed Jay's been pulling strings in the legal system, bribing judges just to avoid taking that paternity test. Now 50 Cent, who's never been scared to take on the industry, is stepping right into the fire. He's been clowning Jay online for ducking the DNA test, and word is he personally reached out to Mir, offering to back him up in leaking those alleged indirect results. Then, 50 dropped a cryptic Instagram post that had everybody talking. A good lawyer knows the law, a great lawyer knows the judge. This flipped the whole game. Mir's case, which had been ignored and buried for years, suddenly has the spotlight, and Jay's camp is scrambling. Behind the scenes, insiders say his legal team is in panic mode, trying to shut the case down fast and throw dirt on Mir's name before it explodes any further. Reports say Jay just filed new court papers begging the judge to toss Mir's case from the docket, calling it more of the same harassment he's faced for years. But people aren't buying it. They're saying, forget the lawyers, just take the test and shut it all down. As one commenter put it, if Jay-Z's got nothing to hide, take the test. One commenter didn't hold back, saying, Jay-Z doesn't believe in accountability. Another came in even colder, writing, if his mother was 15 years old and taken across state lines, somebody's gonna be in serious trouble. So here's the question. Is Jay really hiding something? Is it finally time for him to step up, take that test, and put this to rest once and for all? Or could Mir be telling the truth, and the industry's just been protecting one of its biggest names for decades? Drop your thoughts below. I want to hear where you stand on this. And don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications. Because this story, oh, it's far from over.